Hey everybody, welcome to a comic review. We are going to talk about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 31. My friends, we have been in the Morphin grid. We have been in the clutches of Lord Draken, but it is time to go beyond the grid. Now, beyond the grid, I thought the grid was everywhere. Exactly. Where they are, I don't know. They're all revved up and ready to go. Power Rangers. I'm in a good mood, so let's go. We have the Power Rangers. Remember all this stuff about Promethea, Grace, Sterling, what Terraventure was originally before it became Terraventure. Yeah, it's all back. Remember at the end of the Shattered Grid, you had about everything, well, shattered, more or less. The Rangers went to go make their own world, and that's kind of what happened. These guys, however, they had the psycho green dagger, and they had some weird stuff going on. Now, the new art style, everything, it's gonna take me a little bit to adjust because it is everywhere. These pages are chock full, and as someone who, admittedly, I read Power Ranger comics, I used to read a bit more. Even I'm having the first few pages I had to read a few times to make sure I'm following the right paths in it. This stuff, it is edge to edge art, action. Should I, I'm not going to talk about more about like the art and stuff until after the actual issue review, but you have these guys, and this is kind of the aftermath slash beginning of what happens whenever they get after Draken, the grid, everything is getting put back together. The Rangers they rescued from Lord Draken, they have no Morphers, they have no Zords. When people want a darker or a grimmer Power Rangers, just start recommending this. This is exploring so many more different themes that we get a little bit, but maybe not as much. But this is a little different of fighting for survival. This isn't fighting for the survival of the planet, quite Lockseed. Fighting for the survival of the planet. This is fighting for like anything they know. They're all strangers. They're in a stranger new land. They have pretty much to just assume that the place they are is beyond the Morphin grid. It is beyond anywhere. There is no one, and there is this beautiful, I recommend if you can see it online to get even more, but there's this just beautiful shot of him going, where are we? You're nowhere. You're beyond the grid. They're not in good shape because they're pretty much being powered by just the last bit of Morphin grid like energy they have and the green psycho dagger, and those things are finite right now. They are going to be running into the issues of survivability and morph ability and every other ability that you possibly have. They're not in good shape. We get the thing though, and I mean, Dark Ranger guys, heckle, they give them to us right here at the beginning because Tyler survived. Tyler's on the ship, they're looking at the ship. Things are falling apart. They are in bad shape. But here goes Tyler, nearly going to be getting smushed. Who does he get saved by? But Mr. Heckle right there as he starts demorphing because remember their charges, their powers, they're very finite right now. He's like, how do you know who I am, Tyler? Of course, and they have to add the awesome in there. How do you know who I am? What the? And he sees him demorphing into Heckle. He's like, heck? And you're like, no, just, Heckle, true, heck, I love Heckle's character. Nope, just one of those mysterious stranger rangers you hear about so much these days. Well, bye. And he heads off. Rangers being rescued, coming back in, Corone, Andros finding each other, Mike losing his powers as Magnet Defender. Kimberly, however, Ranger Slayer is there, and she has an interesting thing going on with her. See, Kim is on there, and while people know, yeah, she broke the spell and she was helping, and in the end, very, very helpful from her team, she's still like, do you really want my help? She's surprised when other Rangers are saying, hey, come here, because she thinks, after everything I did, and you know, right back to that guilt that we had to deal with Tommy when he was the Green Ranger. He's like, as evil as I was, all the bad things I did, you still want me on your team. The Rangers, and especially in this situation, there's only so many people on the ship. That's it right now. Reality as you know it, your world as you know it, is those people right there. So, you know, good on you, Rangers, for not holding too much of a grudge. Grace Sterling was past Red Ranger, lost all of her Rangers except her Yellow Ranger. He's basically the voice of reason, telling her there's barely anything left. The rescue team still has a few charges. Those drain every time they power up. The green Psycho Dagger is the only way they can keep going. If that runs out, Grace knows. They've been at it for a little bit, a few days, you know, but here they are. They have to start making a decision. Run every test, run every scan, call the Rangers. She gathers up the Rangers and lets them know that basically they find themselves in a seemingly void beyond the bounds of known space, a place, if our scans are to believe, where there is no morphing grid. Whew. So she implores everyone to offer any and all of your skills that you have, because we have to work together if we're going to find any resolution to this. Technicians, medics, engineers, teachers, pilots, cooks, cleaners, anyone. As we just learned from the last episode, tech support of Super Ninja Steel. Hey, you can be a tech ninja. You can be just as helpful to the Rangers. So everyone, basically, we have to find a way home. And if not, there's a lot of hangers. There's a lot of like ... dots to end the page that are never quite resolved, which really is giving you this sense of uncertainty. Right now, the Ranger, like, what is going on? Is there a big bad? Is there... They're in this lull. They're outside of space and time, and it's up to them to figure out what's going on or how to fix it. And the writing style in it, leaving that open-ended, kind of like wanting to know, and yet you kind of have to figure out yourself. It's leading well right now into this big uncertainty, and or maybe I'm thinking too much into it, I'm not sure. But we get a nice spread that's basically showing them what, 40 days, at least 40 days they have been in here. And again, corner to corner, jam-packed, again, different ways to try to follow it. There's this middle dialogue, kind of goes into the inside and outside, but can be read separate. We have 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days. These Rangers are learning to live, become together. What do we do when we face the end of everything? No Morphers, no Zords, no way home. But when it comes down to it, after about 40 days, they get a beacon. And we have this gorgeous thing, Scout Ship A99. These guys, and gals, of course, these are our Rangers. Ranger Slayer thinks it's a waste of resources, but they get a very grim reality tossed back at them. And this is what it is. The resources that we have can only sustain us for a few more months. 2, maybe 3. But this person or people may have our only link to a civilization or chance for survival. Our existence depends on acting quickly. We may never have a shot again. This is worth it. Corone, being one of the last few who can morph, is going to stay behind and protect the ship. The rest of the Rangers go out. They find this droid thing. It's probably, and it really, I guess it really wasn't the droid they were looking for. However, the Rangers get to it. A sound comes on the ship, and you learn that it was bait. And we get the hype already. Solar Ranger. What? Who is Solar Ranger? I don't know. Solar Ranger shows up. They follow the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Music, little like Jubilee thing going on. So music. Corone, of course, another Ranger. Are we saved? Or she remembers that there have been a lot of new Rangers lately, and not a lot of them have been good. Rangers, with a big old Solar Ranger. I think, and I'm pretty sure it's Solar Ranger, and at this point I'm as far into it, I'm like, man, if I'm wrong, this is gonna suck. But this is another one of those, the action is kind of like, get a turn and try to get everywhere. My suit, the dagger, she's draining all of it. This lady, and they say right off the bat, she. So, I mean, I guess because you can't hear voices or whatever, and I don't actually know if she ever says anything. Corone has most of the talking here. World without a Moprhin grid, no one to show you any better, no better than Lord Draken. However, that lady stole the Green Dragon Dagger, Green Psycho Dagger, I'm sorry, the Morphers. Their powers are gone. The Rangers that just landed, it was empty. It's not empty anymore. I don't know what these things are. They monsters? This is like hiss, so I think they're just in general monsters. But this is the cliffhanger that they leave us on. Both. They led us to it, and they're leaving it on it as well. Wow, it's grim. It's very grim. It's very different. You know, Shadow Grid, of course, was a dark tone to it, and that's the gravity of all of these Rangers and all, you know, potentially dying and everything. This is different. We don't know, which is really interesting as far as a continuity standpoint goes, because there was Beyond the Grid. We don't know what's going on in, you know, the real world right now. The Rangers remade the world, and we don't know what it is. We might not know what it is for years at this rate. Who knows how long? Because, I mean, there's this Beyond the Grid. I'm sure, is it going to be a year-long arc? Is it going to be a 6-month-long arc? Who knows? But this right here is setting up something so incredibly different. And I feel like if you have a friend who's enjoyed maybe, like, you know, the darker seasons of Power Rangers, this, and you enjoyed Shattered Grid, you're left going, what is going on? I don't know where, they don't know where they are, they don't know where they're going, and now there's a new Ranger called the Solar Ranger who just stole all of their stuff. Is it the new issue yet? That would be great. Just gonna say, so the big thing about this, new writer, new artist, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. This actually is the variant cover of it. This is the Forever Red. Looking in, I mean, you can just tell there's clearly, this is a new artist. It's gonna take I mean, for some people it takes them a little bit to get used to it. There's a lot of shading on the faces, which made it a little hard for me at first to kind of figure out who was who, but I'm sure that's something that's just gonna pass with time. The writing and everything still fantastic, and I love that this is Margaret's world, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where this goes. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys will read it, let me know your thoughts on it, and I really hope you enjoyed it as well. And again, I didn't do anything with the Blue Centurion or anything, but I mean, Grace, Corone, Promethea, 5, 6 new Rangers. A lot of places that this is going to go, but the first place, I guess, is going to be either captured or something to do the Solar Ranger. I'm all for it. Predictions, I don't know, like with the purple, I was like, maybe it's going to be like a alternate Corone, because, you know, we do kind of evil Rangers, evil version Rangers. Maybe it's going to be someone completely different. If it was Corone, I think it would be cool, but if not, I'm also very excited for whomever it's going to be. I mean, Corone was saying it's a female. Doesn't mean it's not a Skrull or someone, you know, or just a female that we've never actually met before. I don't know. I'm hyped. I hope you guys are too. It's a bit long for a comic review, but you know, it's a new era of Power Rangers, and I thought it deserved that. Thanks so much for watching and sticking around, guys. I'll see you, if nothing else, Friday. Ranger Week and review everything that happened your week in Power Rangers in one nonstop shop. Fridays. I'll see you there. Have a great day, guys. My name's Ranger Liz. Doodles.